Ahoy, salty dogs! Lenscap here, and today we are playing StarMade. This is episode 29, I think. I'm pretty sure it's episode 29. Inconsequential. Today, today we're playing StarMade, and we're working on the Queen Bee as promised. We want to add some doors for the drone bays today on the back of our ship. I've kind of been thinking about this and have considered a couple different ways that we could do this. And check out that skull. That's definitely going to strike fear into the hearts of my enemies. Looking into this, there's a couple different ways I was thinking we could do this. I don't think that leg is going to be a problem. In fact, I designed it in such a way that it's not going to be. So that's cool. We've got two options, really, that I've discovered, and we need to settle on one of them. We could make the doors such that, like, basically we just have big doors here, and they slide open, and then the drones come out. That's one option. A secondary option, we could have big doors, once again, and rotate them so they open either this way or this way. Likely they would have to go down so as not to interfere with the wings. But we could open them that way, and then the drones come out. That would work as well. As a tertiary option, you like that? Tertiary as a tertiary option, we could have two smaller doors that open. Maybe they flip open. Maybe they flip up in such a way, like... Need some sound effects, I think. That could work too. That's significantly more of a difficult problem. If we were going to do it that way, that'd be a lot more logic and a lot more blocks to place. I think the easiest way is just make doors that open. Just pull them open, pull them back like that. That's going to be the easiest. So that's probably the route we're going to go with. Let's go ahead and start setting some parameters. We need to know exactly how large the doors are going to be. Get it? Doors are going to be? Ha. No? Okay. Nobody? Let's set some symmetry here. We're gonna snap some blocks out of place. And hopefully we don't wreck it to a point that we can't tell what it was supposed to be or what it was originally. So okay, first we need to clear the hangar bays. So let's mark specifically where the end of the doors have to be. So we need, actually let's start on this side because this is where we're gonna have to open from. And this, let's see, here's our drones. It's kind of hard to see, there's not a lot of maneuverability in here, but this 3, yeah, we'll open this too. So that is the farthest left. So if we cut along there, we're gonna have to cut this door out, basically. Oh man, this hurts me because that design is so cool looking. Okay, so that's our door shape. I almost want to copy the door further out so we don't lose the design of it. Maybe 2 or 3 blocks out. Well, let's cut out the shape of it first, and then if we need to cut it open, if we need to do that, we can. Okay, now we also are gonna need to find this edge. So that's here, like that. So there's kind of going to be the shape of our door. Let's cut out the rest of it. Let's see, that block can go and that one can go. So there's our door. And is this just going to cut straight across? I think it will. We'll just go all the way across with it. Oh, I'm wrecking this beautiful skull and artwork that I did previously. It saddens me to no end. It's for a good cause, however. Okay, and I think we'll just take it all the way to, let's see, the end of this bay. Oh, is one over from here? Is here. So I think we'll just take it to the end of this layer, actually, and just pull all the way from there. Instead of cutting like a perfect shaped door. That way we can just slide the whole bit over. So if we're doing this layer, then we'll have to cut out all of this as well to there. Yeah, we'll have to do it that way. Okay, and then these. Oh, whoops. Undo, like that. So there's going to be what our door is shaped like. That works, and obviously we're going to do it on both sides. So how are we going to build this door? Now that we know what it's shaped like, we'll kind of... I mean, I guess we could cut out this edge as well, because we know that we're going to have to... Whoops, not that one, but this one. And these blocks can be removed. So there's our door, and it's just going to slide open this way. Yeah, that'll work. That'll be cool. That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, honestly. I thought it was going to be much more of a problem. But it clearly is not going to be a problem at all. So, alright, so now I need to build the door. Let's figure out the mechanism for that real quick. We're going to go ahead and split all these up, because for the rails, there are just so many different types of rails. I find it makes it easier to have them all separated when we're working with them. And we're just going to do these standard rail blocks. We need to make sure we're in the center. And let's see, where's the edge of our door? Is there. If we put our rails here. Okay, so we'll have to do the rails such that, let's see, it can go there. And then basically we're just going to do a line of rails like this all the way across the bottom of the ship for about as long as the door is. And we'll attach the doors on, they'll be linked to each other on a single dock. They'll just dock here. And then I'll build little arms or whatnot to go up and touch the doors. We'll build the doors and then probably delete the arms, just so they don't get in the way. So that the doors are docked to that invisibly or somehow. And then they just slide open. So I'm going to get started on building doors here. That's going to be probably the bulk of the work for this. And then maybe we can get into some logic later on in the episode. Maybe there's an easier way to go about this, but if there is, I'm not sure of it. What I've done basically is I kind of made a template. I set my X to 3. So what I'm doing is I'm basically extending all the blocks that are going to be in the door area by 3 blocks. And then I'm going to erase them all, except for the outermost one. That way I don't lose the shape and pattern of it, so that when I make the actual door, all I have to do is copy the blocks that are there. Because the copy and paste feature, there is a copy and paste feature, but I find it very... it doesn't work very well from ship to ship. So, like if I were trying to copy from the B and put them on the door, I would have some trouble out of it. So it's easier to just kind of build everything. I guess apparently I'm going to build it like 3 times, but really I'm just copying it each time. So that makes it a little bit easier on me anyway. So as we build this door, basically, yep, here we go. It's starting to take shape. Now that I'm getting the yellow in as well. And this is really an easy process. Because all I have to do is click where there's already blocks. And because everything is the same length, it keeps all the right shapes and everything too. So this is a pretty effective way to do this, actually. If I were doing it again, I might have designed B ship with doors in mind. I wasn't really sure what I was going to do for the doors when I built her, so that's going to be the shape of our doors. Oh, I got to do down here as well. Let's see. This is our layer that we're removing from. And the bottom of the door is going to be here. So got to fill in these as well. Yeah, I didn't really plan the B with doors in mind. If I were going to do it again, I would just account for doors in our design. And not have to do all this copy, paste, rebuild, tear down, rebuild stuff. But hey, live and learn, right? That's how we become better players and better builders as well. There's our door. Time to do a little bit of cleanup, and then we'll start construction on the actual door part. Alright, so we've got the doors all popped out. If we fly around, boom, looks good. All popped out, 2 blocks all the way across. Now we kind of have a template. We could copy and paste if we had to. We can try it just to see if it'll work, but I think probably we're going to have to just rebuild them. Let's go ahead and, you know what, we're going to have to hop out of build mode at this point, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, our best bet... I'm not in gravity. Okay. We're going to have to... Now we're going to go down into the engine room here, or the drone bay here. This is so much easier in gravity. Okay. We need to get down to the bottom. Oh, I can't get through there. I can right here, though. We're not in gravity, so that actually helped. Now, we're going to need to spawn in a ship and dock it to these rails. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. Let's see, the easiest way, we'll just go ahead and hit X to spawn in a ship. We're going to call this B Doors. Okay, hop in the ship. Now we're in build mode. Now our ship is facing not the direction we want it. We want it to face this way. So we're going to turn it this way and then hop back into build mode. Very nice. And now we want our rail docker attached. Let's see. Let's find the bottom. Just like that. So let's hop back into the ship, into flight mode. Let's put the docker on and go ahead and dock our guy. There we go. So now we're all the way at the end. So this will be the doors closed state. And I'm not sure how long the doors need to be yet, but we'll get there when we get there. Now we need to add in the doors. So the easiest way to go about doing this, let's hop back into build mode on this thing. We do still have symmetry set, that's good. Is basically we're just gonna build a like a beam, if you will, like an arm maybe, all the way out to the edge to where we'll meet with the door actually, and then just build it in place. So we're gonna probably have to remove a few blocks, but let's see, we can come up through right here. So we'll do it like this. Oh, I don't want wedges. I'm going to use full blocks. So right here is where we're going to come up. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And we're just going to build this all the way across. And we're going to remove this as soon as we're done with it. But we need it for now just to basically give us an attachment point for the doors that we want to build. Okay. You know, we got to have a way to attach the doors onto the rail block there. So, okay, so that's what we want. Now we can go ahead and lay our doors down. And we're just going to copy the template that we set out here. Basically block for block. Beautiful. Perfect, beautiful, fantastic. These are all adjectives I would use to describe the work I have just done. Okay, let's hop out of this build block or out of this ship core and see if we can't make our way into the ship core of the Queen Bee. Let's find an easy way in there. Come on, here we go. And then now we can remove the temporary kind of like facade doors that we had before. That we made previously. So let's hop in this. We're already in build mode. There's already symmetry. So let's remove all of this stuff and kind of uncover the work we did. We'll see how well we did on it. I want to be careful not to... There was one spot that didn't quite make sense. So when I built the doors, I kind of made it make sense. And I don't know if it's because I... didn't remove enough blocks, which is likely the case. Or if it just didn't make sense before. But now it should all make sense. And hopefully this resolves our problem. I don't have the mechanisms yet to open and shut the doors, but I just wanted to make sure that they look good before we get any much deeper. You know, we want to make sure they look good before we start making them work good as well. You know how Lenscap goes. I've said it before. Function or form before function. We're backwards from everybody. Or from the way you would expect people to do things in the civilized world. Okay, almost there. All right, here we go. Let's take a peek. Yeah, that looks good. This is the weird part, and it's still weird. I'm going to have to mess with that a little bit. In fact, now that we have the doors removed, I can kind of see what was going on there. So let's hop out of this core. We'll go back in, do some finishing touches on the door. And then I should be able to get all the logic together and get those doors opening and closing at the push of a button. So big moving doors are pretty simple, and since these doors don't have anything attached to them that also has to trigger or cause an update or anything like that, all we need are the rails to make it work. So here's the logic behind it. It's super simple. There's an activation module and attached to two knots. The knots are linked to each other, so this one ties into this, this ties into this. These are next to but not linked to these rail blocks. But they are linked to this line of rail blocks. So basically what happens is if this is active, or rather when this one updates, when it changes state, then these rail blocks will do this, and vice versa. So if we turn this on, then that sends that guy rolling down the track and opens our doors. And now we can launch the drones. This is painfully slow. I believe we can use rail mass enhancers to speed up the timing on these doors, but the doors turned out great. They look awesome. They work awesome. That's awesome. Let's see. Do we have gaps? We've got a couple of holes here and a couple of holes here that I think I might fill in with just with armor. Just like this. There are holes, and here's another thing of holes. I think we'll just fill it in like this. And we can get rid of that one. Whoops, not that block. Not that block either, but fine. Like that. And whatever, you get the idea. We're just going to fill it in so it kind of hides the insides. I don't have symmetry mode on, actually, so we're just going to undo all that work I just did. And one more. And we'll do it again with symmetry on. So that's the doors. I'm going to have to travel a little bit to a couple different shops to get some mass enhancers. This shop only had 7. So I bought them. We're going to have to buy some more mass enhancers so we can speed this puppy up. We'll probably put them down here in the stinger. I don't know how many I'm going to need. I'm not sure how fast I want this bad boy to be. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, and then we'll hook that up to the rest of the logic system so these bees can come all the way out and actually launch. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this. Yeah, we got the door working. Okay, so, and I filled in the spots. So if we shut the door really quick, I'll show you the logic as it stands, and then we'll figure out how to hook everything up together. Hopefully this all works properly and everything. Dude, this looks cool from the back, even with the doors. Oh man, I like that. These doors are still insufferably slow. I have 145 further mass enhancers that we could use. I did put all of them in the ship, but I didn't really notice a difference. So I pulled a bunch out to save a little bit of space because we're going to need room for shields and stuff. You know, we don't have any of those parts in here yet. Okay, so as the logic for the drone launchers is now, we have to manually open the doors. We're going to link these all together, so we just have to hit one button, and it does all the rest for us. But we manually open the doors. I'm going to give the doors a minute to open before I activate the rest of it, because I haven't figured out the timing on the drones yet. Okay, just a couple more blocks here. That's probably far enough. So open the doors, and then we come in here, and this is where our drone launcher button is hooked up currently. But we just hit that activator, and that pushes the drones out of their bays. Pretty cool, right? And we actually do have a little bit more room to extend these further, should we choose. And I think we're going to need to take advantage of it. Oh, looks like this one didn't... this one's getting stuck on something. So we got a little bit of debugging to do here, apparently. Let's take a look and see what's causing this. I believe this drone is controlled by that. And there's our problem. Not connected there. Okay, so now if we turn this off and back on, then everything should function properly. Got it. But this guy has a little bit... both of these. Oh, all four of these. Okay, they are supposed to extend out even further. Perhaps the wireless things need to be reassigned. That could be possible. Let's see. Where are the wireless modules? Here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's get them all turned off. And then we'll reassign those wireless modules. And then we can fix our timing. So this module needs to be linked with... Let's see, where is it? That one. I think it worked. Oh, maybe we need to not be in build mode for this. Let's try that. Debugging on this stuff sometimes a little bit confusing, especially with all the logic, but once we've got it all debugged and stuff, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, let's try this again in astronaut mode. So we need to take our wireless modules. Let's see. Oh, okay. These ones are linked to the drones themselves. These are the ones. Okay, so this wireless module actually... Why is that a thing? Okay, that needs to link to... Oh, I could fly around here so much easier in build mode. Needs to link to this. So we hit V on this one, and there we got wireless logic blocks connected. Let's just go ahead and test, though, as is, and if that one works, we'll link up all the other modules properly. No reason to watch me fly around. Yeah, look, you can see the drone already moving on the end of its rail, so we will extend the rails as well as far as we can and hook up the rest of the wireless logic modules, and then possibly we'll have a working drone ship. That's going to be really cool. Alright, so that about does it for today. To wrap up the episode, I got everything finished. Let's check it out. So we're just going to hop into flight mode real quick. make sure we have our launch drones box activated. We're going to click. And then let's hop back into build mode so we can watch in action. So as you can see, the doors slide open. They take a minute. I wish it were a little faster, but whatever, man. It's kind of adds to the suspense of the whole endeavor there. So I've got them timed really well so that as soon as the doors are out of the way, then the Hornet drones pop out. And I have it timed as well with these wireless modules. The plan is that these wireless modules link to ones in the bee drones themselves, which I'm going to have to redesign these a little bit. Right now, the wireless module is, if I can remember where it is, I think it's in the middle of this cannon, maybe somewhere. But we want to move it somewhere convenient, so that we can actually reassign it as necessary. So anyway, once this gets all the way through, it'll tell the drones to detach, and then they will go about fighting pirates. And then once the drones are launched, we can just click our button again for launch drones, and it will close the drone bay so that the queen bee is once again protected from the inside. Now all we got to do is fill her with guts, put on these front legs, and she'll be ready to fly. I don't have the corner blocks and stuff done. We might do that. We might leave her blocky. These legs are going to be funky to do with wedging and stuff. So we'll figure that out when we get there. Next step, though, screw these legs, man. I want to fly this ship. I've been working on it for months. Hopefully we can fly her next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure you leave a like. If you really liked the video, subscribe to my channel. I'm doing this kind of stuff all the time. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. Stay tuned.